Good afternoon. It is Saturday. Saturday. Hopefully you're having a good Labor Day weekend. I'll try to post this Sunday because it's on its last legs. I'm going out tonight. Where, you may ask? It's gritty. I don't know why it's gritty, so it'll reapply. I can somehow still get some out, even though it's almost done. What if it's a Labor Day sale? There is on the Juvia Place papaya one, like $5 or something on the Juvia's Place website. I haven't decided if I'm going to get it or not. I have till end of Sunday, I believe. All right, my face doesn't look too moist. So, Jodeci's in town. So I'm going to the Jodeci concert. It's going to be Jodeci, SWV, and Dru Hill. It's just a 90s R&B, just fantasticness. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a big Jodeci fan. I've been following them since the 90s. I've only been to a Casey and JoJo concert, which was like, I don't know how many years ago when Casey and JoJo were just the only members still performing. And I even sat up front. I have a towel with a sweat of JoJo on it. I'm sure it's gone by now, but I still have that towel. And so for Jodeci to be back together and touring and coming to Phoenix, I had to go. I was like, if I gotta sit all the way in the back, because I can't afford it, I literally bought my tickets yesterday and they're cheaper than a week ago. And I'm closer. So I'm like, I'm going. I paid my bills, and then I was like, okay, use credit card that I just literally paid to pay for my ticket. Because you know the taxes could be so much, and then the taxes, you'd be like, it's $150. It's not $150, by the way. So I'm excited. So that's what I'm doing today, going tonight. So my eyes have been done. This is Juvia's Place, the chocolates. And I'm not doing lashes. And yeah, so I'm gonna get started because I'm a little behind. My eyebrows took a little longer than usual. That was Mented cosmetic for the eyebrows. A little Anastasia Beverly Hill clear gel to hold them. So let us put on Smashbox primer. So I'm excited. I don't really get excited or show a lot of excitement, but you know, Jodeci's big deal. There's this part of a song, I think, or a saying they used to say, nobody F's with Jodeci. Because Jodeci is the one band, you know, New Edition got together. I think Silk was also touring, BBD, other 90s groups, Keith Sweat, you know, started touring again. But I was like, Jodeci. And then they did some brief thing a few years ago. And then that ended. And you're like, oh God. And of course, a lot of these R&B 90s groups, they don't come to Phoenix. They don't come to Arizona. There are black people here. And white people like Jodeci as well. They like R&B. So it's like, you can come here. We will be there. And my mother's like, who are you going with? One of your friends? I'm like, I'm not waiting for somebody to make up their mind if they're coming or not. Or if they want to go or not. And miss getting a seat. I'm going regardless. I just realized the light is not on. So hold on one second. I was like, why is it dark on the side of my face? So I'm like, I'm going regardless of, I'm not waiting for somebody. One of my friends who's, I know Joseph fan, asked him about last night. He didn't know about it. I'm like, if you need a couch to sleep on, you can stay. He kept talking about he had to work. That was last night. He didn't say tonight. I'm like, you could have came up, slept on my couch, and we could have went. I'm not going to force somebody to go see Jodeci. I'm like, you can make it work. And then besides them, the 50th hip hop anniversary people are in Chandler. I know it's a lot of powder. That's why. Let's clip that. Put the cape on. Trying to look all cute and everything. I'm like, let's put the cape on before I get powder all over the shirt. Since I decided to wear it and wearing a strapless bra, which means I only have so many hours before it becomes uncomfortable. Ludacris, Fat Joe, the Baby, Lil Jon. They're gonna all be at Chandler, I guess, tomorrow night. The Metallica's in town. I'm sorry, I like Metallica too. Sam Smith. I'm gonna set my eyebrows because I didn't. Sam Smith, Drake on Wednesday. So yeah, and then Kevin on stage. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a comedian. He's in town as well. And I'm like, why is your show the same night? I think as Jodeci. I'm like, I can't go. Then the Arizona Black Rodeo was last night, and there's also 2 shows today. I keep meaning to go, but I'm like, Jodeci. I have to go to Jodeci. Anyway, so lots going on in town this weekend. We're gonna use all-nighter, a little bit that's left in here. And I've never shook it. This is your journaling because I'm trying to hurry up. I didn't realize you were supposed to shake it. I know I did read the directions. I just want to make sure my base stays on. And for some reason, my group text people just decided to text in the last few minutes, so that's what you're gonna see. So I got another sample of MAC because even though it cooled down, so it rained. We had a haboob Thursday, so cool. She filled the hell out of this. So it's cooler today. It's gonna be like 90s anyway, high 90s anyway, but now it's like 95. It's gonna drop down to like 91 by the time I leave the house. I guess I'm using my fingers. You know what? Let's put some of that in my back of my hand. I'm gonna say that's, I'm gonna screw this back on. I made sure I loosened it before I started rolling because the other one, they screwed the hell out of it on. And I could not get it off, and yeah, I went to Target specifically, well, not just to get this, but to also get to some water and some other groceries. Might be a little too much in my hand, but we'll make it work. Spray, I'm gonna use this one again. Use this brush, I'm not gonna use the Nurse's brush. Just try to get it all in the pores there, the bristles. But it's humid. So I wanted something that's gonna stick, and I didn't want to look dewy on top of it. I was gonna use the Nurse's Balm, but then, like I said, I wanted something that I know one's gonna look great. I'm not saying that Nurse doesn't look great. The balm powder doesn't look great, but I just wanted the actual foundation because the Nurse is light coverage. This is medium to full. But yeah, I'm not going to all this concerts. If I want tickets, yes, I would go. Like I said, I waited till last minute to get these tickets. I think they cut off the lawn. Usually it's outside venue, so the lawn is all the way in the back, which is, you know, people sit on blankets, stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I need a real seat. I'm in my 40s. Then I need to be close enough to see the screen, the monitors, if I can't identify anybody else any other way. Let's see the camera. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's way too much to have in my hand, which is what I was thinking. So like I said, normally I would not go to outside venue, so I'm glad they waited till at least September, because in the one day that it's not hot as hell, like it usually is. We are going with Lancôme for, I like matching this with the MAC. It's MW50, by the way. It's like a sense of fanciness putting them together. So yeah, so they timed it good, because otherwise if they canceled, even though there was something about rain, but usually the kind of little bit of rain I was talking about, it would be on the east side, not on the west side, where the Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater is. We have a Talking Resort Casino, which is on a completely other side of town, so people don't realize they're two completely different sides of town, which is confusing for anybody who's not from here and tries to reserve something or take a hotel. I'm like, oh, well, I'll be close by. It's like, no, you're not. Okay. Again, we're still using Eyeliner. When the MAC setting sprays was on sale today, the bigger one for like $30, it's usually $36, I think it was like $17.50 at Ulta, but I'm like, I don't know much about that setting spray. So again, what I know, and you can get the little one for $16 versus $17.50 now. Okay, so let's spray. Before this dries down. I don't remember the dry down time of this. So yeah, there's a lot of sales going on right now. A lot of sales going on right now. Mented has a 25% off Labor Day sale, and it's Labor Day at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. My code is going to be up there. Drea Mag 15, save 15% off, and then as an affiliate, I get a little bit of change too, and I appreciate it. I did a Mented face the other day. I posted. I think it's in my highlights of stories if you want to look there. And then I think who else has a sale? Just everybody. ColourPop, I think has a 30%. Lancôme, I don't think it does because they just literally had one. Oh, Fenty has one, but it literally sold out. The thing, what I wanted was the Stenolip. The Underdog is what I wanted, and I was gonna get that. Literally came back, it sold out. And then that was Fenty. I think who else? Danessa Myricks Beauty has 30% off. Not on that new Groundwork palette that's coming out on Tuesday, but on everything else, it's about 30% off. And of course, the thing I wanted was the Yummy To Go kit, which had a small version of the Universal Balm powder and one of the glowy kind of primer things. That was sold out. I'm like, y'all just like waiting? Like most people went to Color Fix. I'm like, no, that's literally all I wanted from there. You can get the Universal one, bigger one for 30% off. It's like $35, $36, 30% off of that. But I'm like, I want the smaller one. I don't want the big one. So I was like, okay. And they don't sell that at Sephora, of course. Okay, let's blend these edges. This video might be long. Somebody's talking about bingo. I want to go to bingo. I was asking one of my summer happy hour friends. I'm like, I see she goes to bingo. I'm like, when do you go to bingo? I think it's like midnight bingo or how often she goes. So I like to go to bingo. I'm like, yes, that old phase of feeling old. I just bingo. Win a little money, chump change, I'm sure. I mean, $20 here or there. Pretty nice. Okay, I can't see anything because I'm talking about bingo. But yeah, I'm excited. And I've never been there, so I'm like, that's why I'm trying to leave at a certain time to traffic, because they always say there's like a line there or whatever. Didn't do what I usually do, so that's why you have the mess that I just had. I'm like, I could do that to bake afterwards versus now. which I don't really need to bake because my eyeshadow is done. Let's go like that, around the mouth. I'm gonna get oily. See how this would got on my black shirt and I would have been upset. Sometimes I'm like, should I wear this? I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of 40-something-year-olds who also grew up in the 90s there, so. And the thing about concerts, people get really dressed up in a concert like Beyonce and all that. It's like, basically it's for other people to see you because I'm like, Beyonce can't see you. These people can't see you unless you do some backstage VIP thing. So you're dressing, I don't dress up too much for a concert because like I said, it's not like I'm going to a bar, club. I don't go to clubs. So it's not like you need to be that spiffy. Yes, I said spiffy. But you know, it's also outside. It's gonna be 90. So it is like a night out. So I definitely want to kind of be a little spiffy. I still need to find a setting to change for it to not stay on the screen after texting. Okay. Juvia's Place has a new bronzer. Excuse me. Where's my... And I wasn't going to get it because I already have the powder version. And then I have my NARS cream one. And then I have a tiny e.l.f. one that I use on occasion when I do my e.l.f. look. And I was like, I don't need this. But it just looked nice. And it's less than the other ones, like ounces. So I was like, okay, I can get through this faster. Even though Juvia's Place, you know, takes forever. But this is it in, this is it in cocoa, or cocoa, but cocoa pretty much. And supposedly it might have some shine to it, especially shea butter. So we shall see. So I'm gonna use that, even though I'm out of my cream. I said I'd wear more powders in the summer. I know summer doesn't officially end until September. I still need to change my calendar. I keep telling myself that. It's gonna be set with Juvia's Place powder anyway. But I was like, I want to try this anyway. So a different brush than I usually would use. So go just a little tap here now. Okay. Just like this, a little dark. Which is why I'm trying to blend it out right there. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. I was like, let's not put some more. Let's finish. What's on here? I'm trying to stipple instead of drag. Because I was watching videos and some people, I realized I was probably dragging. My mirror is weird right now, so I can't see the angle that I need to do it. I need to not do that. It's Juvia's Place, remember that. Maybe I've noticed for some reason since it's a 3-day weekend, people have been noisier. Like this morning about 7 a.m. 6:30, 7 a.m. I'm like, why am I hearing you revving your Dodge Charger, whatever the hell it is, this early in the morning? Went up for like 5 minutes, not enough for you to like call and complain. Not that I would have, but I'm like, thank God it only lasted 5 minutes. So it's subtle. And I could build it up. This side's a little darker, so I'm gonna try to add a little more here. And like I said, there'll still be some sun. No, sun's setting. It starts at 7:30, and they're like, you need to be in your seat by 7:30. I'm like, you're trying to tell me, black people, we're gonna be in time? They're gonna start a concert on time? All right, we'll see. Because the concert, they're listening like 7:30 to 9. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what songs are y'all covering? That's 3 acts. Like, Jodeci needs to do a lot. Like, Forever My Lady. Wow, I can see the cover for the second one. The third one is the after party. After the show, after the party, the hotel. It's the third one, and the last one. If you don't count the Greatest Hits album that had Every Moment on it. That's pretty much the best song in that whole album. So yeah, I like this. It looks nice. Yeah, okay, just make sure it's in the right placement. And I guess there's an espresso look now. After the latte look, it's also an espresso, and I'm like, so is that more bronzer? What is that? And see, I barely made a dent. If I like stamped it even harder, I'm sure it would have. Okay. So now we'll go in the powder and set that. Oh, you know what? Didn't do my nose. I have a brush specifically for that. That's why I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, all right. This kind of brushes. Yeah, it's a little too heavy right there, so I'm not gonna dip back in here. I'm trying to spread that out here. And I just saw a beauty person mess up the nose contour. How they fixed it. Which, excuse me, sorry. So for me to just see that video like maybe last night or yesterday, and then have the same situation is, I'm gonna just bring it up into my eyebrow eyeshadow. I think some people like that, but I'm like, I don't understand now. Like, I try to understand certain things. I'm sure it makes sense. Like I said, I don't care about my nose looking too slim. Just trying to follow the natural shadows of my face without makeup. It's there anyway. Okay. Because you can learn the tricks and tips and things, and then figure out what works for you. Another thing, that's my whole philosophy. And I started a new business, and something I'm trying to teach to other people is just the whole. I've always been, learn the rules, then you can break them, or learn to use the rules in a way that help you, kind of thing. So anyway, my new business is called the Beauty Labyrinth LLC, which is, I'll say it again because I know I mumble, the Beauty Labyrinth LLC, which was created to help makeup newbies learn makeup without the frustration. So I know when I started, even though I had makeup artist friends, there's still many times I was frustrated. And so things like going to Sephora, Ulta, I'll go with you to that. Just mileage, pay for mileage if it's nowhere at the locations I would go to. And then, there'll be a survey, a kind of consultant, a survey so I can kind of gauge where you are on your makeup journey. So I can figure out how to help you start your journey. And then, every now and then follow up with him. But, right now I'm thinking about charging, after the free consultation, and then everything else, $20 starting low. I know that's low. But, again, I'm still a beginner. But, the setting. But I know there's things, a lot of my friends, when I started my journey, were like, I had questions as well. I don't mind answering questions, but so many, I'm just like, okay, let me just, start a business and help people. Just a little side money. Nothing too crazy. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm good at helping people. And sometimes I'm in Sephora, Ulta, and people are like, I don't know what to do here and there. And of course I can't be like, and if I will give advice, it's not like I'm gonna be in those stores and be like, pay me $20 and I help you kind of thing. But sometimes, I'm just going to say it, sometimes as associates don't know anything either. Especially if it's somebody of color. Mind you, my services aren't just for people of color. They're also for anybody who needs help. Because one of my friends I helped last year, even though she didn't stick with it, you know, I went with her to Ulta, which is very overwhelming for her. And I helped her find a concealer. We got some other things. Again, that was all out of her pocket. And then she's one of those people, I guess she has ADHD or what have you. Sorry. So yeah, she got all those things and then didn't use them and didn't return them. I'm like, return them. At that time, you had like, I think 30, 60 days to return. I think that was like 30 days, I'm not sure. I could look that up. But, and I'll put it up, post it on the thing. And I'm like, if you're not gonna, I'm like, you have that kind of money to waste. Unfortunately, some people have more money. I wasn't making that kind of money that if something doesn't work for me and I can return it, I'm gonna return it. So she didn't. So anyway, so at the best, sometimes it's the simple thing. She did keep up one part of, you know, our adventure together. But I was there to kind of help her while she was there to feel a little less overwhelmed. Okay, so that's set. And I know I thought I didn't have a brush for my blush, and I don't. So let's go set the rest of my face, and then we're gonna get up and get, obviously, a brush for my blush. And of course, the Sephora. So I just, you know, you see a need. And fulfill it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a makeup artist. I'm not trying to do any makeup, you know, other than, you know, okay, let me help you figure out how to put lashes on. Well, what kind of glam you want to be. Do you want to be a no makeup person? Do you want to be a soft glam person? Or do you want to be a full-on glam person all the time? I know people like that. So, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not judging you, whatever you want to do. Because when I go to work, I literally do my eyebrows and put on a lippy. Otherwise, it's just sunscreen. Every now and then, I'll do some eyeshadow or put mascara on. Then summer's just hot, and I wasn't doing all that. Because I have oily lids, and it didn't matter. You can do whatever, my lids will stay oily. So, you know, I want to help people figure out what kind of person are you. So we do have a Instagram. It's at the Labyrinth, at the Beauty Labyrinth LLC. That's no LLC, I'm sorry. At the Beauty Labyrinth on Instagram. We have a few posts right now. I haven't done anything specifically for it. And then one thing I learned from Canva. Forgive me, I'm trying to make sure this sets because of the earrings I have. So yeah, I announced that this week. Well, I was at a function I was supposed to be networking at, but it was just overwhelming. So I couldn't, it's hard for me to socialize while I was there. It's just, and it was loud. I'm not a loud talker, so talking to somebody as well. I did talk to at least one person. Okay. Normally I don't close my door all the way, but literally as I was doing my eyes, my AC unit started leaking in the bathroom. And I'm like, if I call them now, he's gonna be here forever. I'm not gonna get my makeup done. I'm not missing this concert. It's all sales are final. So I have a bucket in the bathroom. So if you hear dripping noise, I have a bucket in the bathroom. It will not be full by the time I get home. So we'll be okay. And I didn't bring that either. Again, obviously that threw me off a little bit. So time-wise, other stuff, I'm a little thrown from that. Okay, we're almost done anyway. So we're going with, it's kind of considered cream, but in a way it's not. It's also liquidy. So normally you would put creams when you had creams on. instead of on top of powder. So we're not going to use Danessa because I didn't do it while I still had when I could have. So we're just going to go straight into Juvia's Place Volume 5. And then we're going to do the soft pink one. So yeah, that's my new adventure is, yeah, helping. It's not really consulting, but, you know, just helping people on their beauty journey or just self-esteem. It's not really just beauty, it's like self-esteem. Things you didn't realize that everybody figures like girls, I'm gonna say girls, because specifically I've noticed in these stores, these beauty stores, like 12, 13-year-old girls looking at makeup and stuff like that. I'm like, can you even wear makeup? But they're looking at it, and I know it's kind of bad in the sense they think they need it, and it's like, you're 12 years old, you're finished, your skin hasn't finished developing, what it's gonna be like. Your skin is fine, you may have acne issues, things like that. You need to take care of your skin, and that's one thing that's very important with makeup is skincare. I learned that any of the makeup artists that helped me, they definitely, one of them in particular, was very mentioned that skincare is #1, then everything else. And I'm like, so these little girls who are still developing, I'm like, you don't need to worry about makeup. I didn't worry about makeup at 13, 12, 13. Obviously, this is why I'm just starting this journey. But so I'm just like, okay, I'm like, where are your parents? So I'm like, you can't pay for this either. That's, I'm like, I don't care what kind of little side job you have as a kid, you ain't got enough money to afford anything in Sephora. But they be in there because I know they see the influencers who tell them, make them think they need this. Yeah, the influencers do influence, I understand that, but it's like, they need to watch how they do it when it comes to kids because they have kid followers. So I'm like, you're fine. Some girls talking about, like, I know some girls, they were maybe in their teens, like high school though, they knew the undertones. The thing is, kids know things sooner, mature fast and everything, and like, oh, look at you, know your undertones and all that at 16 something. I'm like, okay. Now those girls, they probably definitely had some money, access to money. But the younger ones, I'm just like, I'm not understanding how you're here, why you're here. But they be there. So that's an issue, kind of balancing. You don't have to wear makeup, but I want to know, okay, what is your goal? So one of my questions, and my question is going to be, what is your goal with makeup? And I will help you as best as I can to either find the answers, or if I can't help you with that, find the answers, or help you reach that goal. And then what's your next goal? Once you get out of like what I feel is the beginner phase or whatever, then, you know, I kind of like push you out of the nest kind of thing. And then, of course, you can ask questions because the makeup artists who've done my face, they have been available always to still answer my questions. And I appreciate that greatly. Okay, where we at? Okay, I need to finish some. Okay, so that was that. My lips are very full of so now my eyes, I always say, I'm almost done, and the eyes always take forever. The last bit of my eyes. Primer, lip primer. I don't plan to eat anything at this concert. Maybe some water. I've been trying to drink water right now. And then use the bathroom. So that I don't pay $7 for water. Anyway, that's one of the things, like, I'm glad I bought another one of these because I'm like, a ton of fudge. You don't necessarily have to wear makeup, but it's just, it helps build confidence. Sometimes some people have insecurities about acne. I have a pimple right there that won't go away. I have a pimple right there that won't go away. I still need I'm washing my pillowcases this weekend and to go in some laundry. Because I've been doing everything with my face. So I think it's definitely my pillowcase. So I usually try to wash them more often. I think it's because I've been sweating. The whole being in your 40s, you be sweating. Okay. There's Rubber Kind NYX. And then Juvia's Place in Libra, which Libra season is coming at the end of the month. And I am a Libra, less than 30 days. It will be my birthday. But no, they Ulta had a half off, 50% off the 21 Days of Beauty. Juvia's Lippies was one of them. So this is the case. It's a nice case. And I didn't think I'd want something this shade, but I figured out how to use it. It's lighter than I usually go. So we're trying something new. So just in the center there. And then go like that. I started trying to get the liner. I see the girlies do it with the lighter one, and I'm like, I've never been doing that. You know, I like the pinks and everything like that. But I'm going to the fall. Like I say, it's out wearing pinks, but it's also nice. It's kind of soft. Let me wipe that off from the liner. So it's that. And then I also have the gloss and Mirage. I'm trying to think, am I gonna definitely, or am I just gonna leave it like this? This little shimmery. I was gonna get Oasis. This is also Juvia's Place, if you didn't notice. But Oasis was very shiny. And then let me take the brush. Like Oasis is like goldy shine. Uh, 5:30, okay. Because I want to leave by 6. Takes like 20 minutes to get there. I don't know the traffic. So I could be in my seat definitely by 7:30. I'm not missing anything. Even though my mother, when I was, I'll say 13, 14, 15, SWV came with Coolio, Shy, Silk at the Tucson Convention Center, TCC. So it was like early 90s, and my mother calls them the Screaming Mimis, because they, in that concert, they were very loud, so I understand her saying that. So she would never come to this concert. But I remember, like I mentioned to her yesterday, I'm getting tickets for this concert, and I named Jodeci, I named SWV, and the fact that she remembers from the 90s, since she hears SWV, to call them the Screaming Mimis, that tells you, good or bad, she remembers. I mean, like, for an older person to remember SWV, the name, and then I guess it's how it makes you feel, because she remembers them. Like I said, that concert they were kind of loud, so I can understand why she said that. Okay, so I lips. I have not sprayed, so I'm going to spray, and I haven't. Thing is, it's humid. It better not rain, so I kind of wanted to go matte, but I also have the all-nighter, so it's just gonna not make me matte. One of these is okay. I'm gonna do all-nighter first. Okay, that was a lot. Which doesn't make me look as shiny like it usually does. I do see it, but okay. And then Definitely cannot do that without my cape because it's hitting sides of my neck. Okay. No. Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. So, my eyes, I am going to I have that little patch that, of course, I don't have. The Q-tip. Usually I have a Q-tip lying around. Get the corner of my eyes. That always gets like a... I'm not wearing lashes. I just don't want to deal with it. Okay. And then put that down for a second. And let's do that. That line just seems very sharp. And I did gas up. Okay, I'm glad I'm using the other side because I'm like, looks a little muddy. And then I was trying to do it right there. And to lighten that up a little bit. I don't like how that looks. I'll just get a little powder. I needed to fix my bronzer right there anyway. There we go. So I'll leave that there for a second. And then I got a black one as well. I'm not trying to do any black liners for that. I did buy a liner. Well, it's smudge proof. It's not a liner really, it's a eyeshadow stick from Stila. Stila's usually pretty good about the stay all day, whatever. My oily lids, it did not stay where it was supposed to stay. So I am returning it. I keep forgetting to put it on my keys when I go out. Because I've been to Ulta a few times this weekend. Or this weekend. Well, yesterday. And today, to pick up an eyebrow pencil I got that was on sale by Benefit. And I keep forgetting to take it with me. Because they really need to test on me when they say it's waterproof and lasts all day. Because my eyes prove that it does not. So yeah, this video is long. After that 36-minute one I did the other day. Take a little wing over here. And then literally tossed out my Sky High. It's starting to smell, so it's definitely got 3 months. Luckily, I'd already bought the Lash Paradise already. I was just waiting in mine to go. I was thinking about Cut Close, 90s R&B band with Keith Sweat. That would have been nice if he did a concert and had them there. Because one of the songs is stuck in my head right now. I don't know why. It should be a Jodeci song. But it just came to me. I don't sing because I don't sing well. And only in the car, around the house. Tonight, I will be singing with everybody else. Because that's how excited I am. You can't go to a concert and not sing. It's like your voice is with everybody else's. And hopefully they're singing as well. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get that edge there. So I like this mascara, I just don't like the wand. I like the wand of others. Okay, this is waterproof. Packaging says waterproof. Like the packaging, like looking at it, and I took it straight out of the package. I'm like, I haven't seen the word waterproof. Oh, I see it now. It's not in blue. Usually it's in blue, so it definitely is waterproof. Just like, I'm crying, but gonna be happy and laughing, and you know, and it's gonna be 90 something degrees, like 91 at least, 89. So I definitely wanted to make sure let's light it back up. All right, let's. No, I don't see anything. Mind you, when I do this, I'm never trying to trick you. I'm looking at it myself. That's why I show it to the camera. It's just much improvement. The other day, I did makeup. I'm like, why am I seeing powder? Powder's coming off. It's not soaking in. Setting powder wasn't setting like I was supposed to. I was like, ah. And I'm using Laura Mercier today for the under eye, obviously, and the concealer highlighting shades. My Saint Lux. I have very smidgen amount, and I use that on my eyebrows to set them before I started my eyebrows. Okay, earrings. So these are my new earrings I got, what, 2 weeks ago, created by Devo, DVO, which is a local Black owned by a couple business. August was Black Business Month, and luckily I bought these during that month. But I bought these, they were a good price too. And I'm like, okay. That's the reason why I wanted to make sure my face was set, because these are white and I didn't want to get makeup on them. Which will probably happen anyway, because all my earrings I wipe down with makeup remover afterwards. Because you can get makeup on them. So these are the earrings. Aren't they nice? Created by Devo, DVO. They are on Instagram. Created by Devo. So check them out. So these are the earrings. These are really nice. They're like kind of white, pearlescent kind of stones. When I saw them, I was like, I had to have them. They had ones in colors, but I was like, no, the white ones, one will go with everything, and they are beautiful. So definitely check them out. Hit them up. Feel free to tell them where you heard about it or who told you about it. I just want to make sure they know that local other businesses or people know about them. I know not everybody is in Arizona who watches my tutorials. So, okay. So this is my final look. I'm going to, this is just shirt. So this is my final look. And put some lotion on. I'm not going to do that on camera because I don't want to do that to y'all. But I'm going to use a little vanilla tree hut mixture with my Kindle as well, because the sun is still out a little bit. It says sunscreen in it, that's why. Sunscreen and lotion. So this is my final look for the Jodeci concert. Probably post some videos on Instagram and everything. But everybody have a good Labor Day weekend, and I will see y'all later. So I just got home from seeing Jodeci, Drew Hill, and SWV. I had a great time. The audience was great. The DJ, intermission guy was great. It was just great. So have a good weekend.